This is a crucial story. It's both global and local. It impacts all of us and the way we use the internet, that elixir of life in the digital era. Let's take it in a chronological order. For many months and years now, fake news, hate speech and rumor mongering on social media has been a concern. Especially in India, social media has had a checkered history. Fake news on platforms like WhatsApp has even resulted in incidents of mob lynching in India. So what should the government do? Should the government of India seek access to data and content of private messages? Or should it link social media accounts with ID cards like Aadhaar? Or should it regulate these platforms and seek their help in identifying miscreants? This debate has been on. It has now reached the courts. A clutch of petitions were filed across the country. Even the Supreme Court of India took this up. The government is locked in a legal battle with Facebook in particular. It wants decrypted or decoded messages from Facebook and WhatsApp. What's the justification? Misinformation is a national security threat. That's what the government says. The implications of this will be intense. About 40 crore people in India use WhatsApp. Information or misinformation that spreads through WhatsApp is end-to-end encrypted. It is locked. And Facebook does not want to unlock it for the government. The debate is between privacy and internet safety. The government says Facebook's stance is unacceptable. A terrorist cannot claim privacy. Facebook says the law doesn't mandate it to share data with the government and the onus to decrypt or decode messages is not on them. So what does the law say? Section 69 of the IT Act does allow decryption, meaning access to messages. It clearly empowers the government to ensure that data from intermediaries, that is Facebook, WhatsApp and other such agencies, may be decrypted. So why is the government so keen to read your messages? The government says it wants to frame rules to govern social media. What did the court say? It has consolidated all the cases. It will hear them next year. The two-judge bench also asked the centre to submit a report by the 15th of January, and one of the judges asked a question to the government. This was the question. If the laws allow the government to decrypt information, why does the government need the help of social media firms? It's a good question. It's yet to be answered. Here are some more questions. If decryption is allowed, then what happens to privacy on the internet? Will the government not have total control over private information? What happens to the now constitutionally legal right to privacy? Facebook failed to self-regulate, which is why this problem arose. So why should Facebook be allowed to get away with this? Are these companies bigger and more influential than the Indian state? Where do we draw the line? These are very important questions. These questions are being asked everywhere on earth. This evening, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg was grilled by US lawmakers, and by grilled I mean grilled. Again, he said sorry.
I think, as you said to me before, you plan on doing no fact-checking on political ads.
Our policy is that we do not fact-check politicians' speech. It is important that people can see for themselves what politicians are saying.
You announced a new ad policy that gives politicians a license to lie so you can earn more money off this division, I suppose.
I actually don't know if Libra is going to work.
Well, this is a developing story, but one thing is for sure, social media firms cannot be allowed to run shadow governments with information.